If you can hear the audio, let me know. Can you guys hear anything now? Can you guys hear? Okay. Audio is back now. Great, 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 great. All right, so I have great men in the house. This is Eddie Surge Diku. You guys know him. One of Abuja's finest. And this is Dolapo Groovy. If he catch you, that's what I said. If he catch you, and this is me. They came to visit, so I said let's bless this audience with great men, you know. So Dolapo talk. You guys throw questions, and then let's see what he can share with you guys. He's here. Let's use him. This is also. Can you guys hear the bass? If you can, just say yeah, say yeah, yeah, yeah. The Lakbo groovy. I can't hear what he's doing, but I know it's a problem. What's your favorite league, Dolapo? Talk to them. So.
My favorite league. Do I have? But I actually have many. MK, I celebrate you. Like yeah, we do Abuja. Say MK they ask where we did. We did Koko base, Koko church. We did Koko church. Okay, my favorite league is okay I think I like I use it a lot. Differently. Or so those are like my major leagues. You hear me play them almost all the whole time. Or this. Or so what else do you want? So those are the major leagues that I play. I have a lot, but I think those are some of my favorites.
I raise the one. I see you, bros.
Okay, so any other questions? I'm waiting. Yes.
How long have you been
Majorly.
playing to get to this level?
How long? I've been playing for a very long time, and I've been playing a long time. I play different kind of music to get to this level. You know, then rehearsal. I remember there was a year I had constant rehearsal for over 2 to 3 years, non-stop, every day, every night.
Hmm.
Yeah. Can we have try from? Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, we. I think I'm even planning on doing something on the YouTube for you guys.
Somebody
Yeah.
asked, who is your favorite artist to work with? This
My
one now,
favorite.
now,
My
question
ba,
will be cause trouble.
my favorite artist.
Artist
Okay,
go bring
well,
money, now be favorite artist.
so the one that has money. We have been playing the music for the fun of it for a long time. I know this is this couple.
What's your
What just
strategies
training?
on slapping bass player?
Well, slapping. A long time ago, I stopped slapping. I used to be a slap bass player. Then I used to listen to a lot of
Promise I will come out. Because I
uh,
dey
um,
listen to
Victor
music.
Wooten. That I wanted to be a slap bass player. So I learned a lot of that. Then well, I think at that era it was not a slap time. You know, if you slap all the whole time, you will drink Gary. So I needed to move. You know, and but I regret moving because sometimes when I watch Koko play the slap, I'll be like,
Mother and father must slap.
what is this? What the hell is
Somebody's
this?
asking. Somebody's asking. Which do you apply more, modes or pentatonics?
Pentatonics because I like sweet things. And also I got so if I'm just playing
One good thing
it's
about pentatonics is
yeah
you can
can
hardly go
yes
wrong
now
with
go
it.
yes
Yes, they all
pentatonic
work.
is
They're
sweet.
fitting.
There's a way you can there are different ways you can play pentatonic that you won't even know that is
Yeah,
a pentatonic.
yeah.
Just like your major. I think I use more of major and pentatonic. Then sometimes I apply my flat five, and that's all. So any other questions? Sorry, I'm not used to first trigger.
Anything small, you are big for the you are big for that one.
My favorite place to play. I think it's for Dera. And I'm going to buy it.
That's madness.
I want Fodera.
What they have for that?
If you want to buy for me, I bet this long to wait there. If you want to buy for me, I don't mind though. Fodera,
Somebody's
please.
asking, how far can someone aspiring to go as far as a bassist go with just YouTube videos, and no instruments to practice with aside any day there is service in church? Should I go over the question again?
uh,
How far can someone aspiring to go far as a bassist go with YouTube videos and no instruments to practice
you can't go
with
anywhere now.
aside any day?
I'm sorry, bros. You can't go. You can't go
Just get out for
anywhere.
your house.
Yes, now you just be listening. You just be. It's just like playing, saying. Let's even say practical. Playing the music naturally. I know growing up, I did a lot of classical. I played all those classical bass and all of those things, and get an MTD. Buy for me, I'll get.
That means
you
that
know,
some MTV bases are pretty expensive.
yeah,
I'm not sure
very
that's what
expensive.
my
Yes, now.
idea.
I played a lot of classical, and that helped me. I think for as a musician, playing all kinds of music helps you grow. And I remember when I joined Pucci, I always said this. I never knew how to play reggae because my brother, the reggae what would they play for our church, they different from the reggae way then they play as reggae band, and I couldn't fit in, but I was just using idea to play. Not until when I went to learn the act of that particular music, I knew I downloaded over. Okay, no, I got it from my drummer. Over 1,000 tracks,
Wow.
and I was listening every day. So the one where I listen to today, I no go see him again.
Tell Koko
You
I
know,
have special love for him.
and we all have special love for Koko. All of us.
Chika is online.
Me,
Chika,
me.
Chika drummer.
I love Koko. Chika, I greet you, bros. You know. So any other questions?
Okay, so
For
let me check. Okay.
Dolapo, do you have any song on your phone you want to play to?
I
Just
don't.
vibe to, not
Do I have?
so I can connect and then you
Do I have? Do I have? Let me check.
Guys, come out with your questions so you cannot have masters and not ask them.
Somebody is asking, I don't know if you can answer this question. Say, how do you go playing your chromatic? Adding up your chromatic to groove, sir.
Chromatic.
Chromatic is that chromatic.
Chromatic
Simple.
na
Yes,
literally chromatic na do the re mo mi fa.
yes, now.
So as
If
long
you
as
don't
the
play me,
person-
if I feel so, you don't play chromatic. Hey, remo me.
anything.
No, you don't shout sweet.
Like that's chromatic.
What is the challenging part of
For
the
me or
marriage?
Coco,
Everybody.
challenging. I think I don't have a challenge because I try not to. Any challenge that I think that can come my way, I try to learn them. I play all kinds of music, so I don't think there's any jazz. Sometimes all these standards, I know most people have stopped playing them. Sometimes I go as back to learn, even as Mr. Magic, as simple as Mr. Magic is. I still go back to learn and listen, because one thing I actually discover is the fact that when you go back to a certain music that you've played before, you discover that there are lots of things that you actually left out when you were scoring then. I went back to all these Mr. Olofin, which is the fine. I went back to Olofin, our drummer for Efe. I went back to all these Ron Keloni,
Yeah.
Lift Him Up, and I saw that
You hear things
a
differently.
lot of things that we left out. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
a lot.
You hear things
You
differently.
know,
Somebody's asking
says,
approach to Makosa. How do you improvise?
why you want to improvise to Makusa? Now you they play bass. Just then, if you want to improvise, you can still improvise if you wish. But to me, I think most bass naturally, if you reggae music and makossa is more like I think they call them drum and bass music because they go along with each other. Yeah, you just have to sing. So if you say you want to improvise inside makossa, now you say you don't scatter the music for them.
Somebody's asking Koko a question. They say,
Okay.
Oga Koko, how do you form your bass fills, especially those long ones? Maybe I say when they open, those ones they go fire.
Tell them how you come about long fields.
No, now you the actress, not be me. Okay, let me tell you how I come about my own feels. Eh? How you have it? Okay, well, to me, what I actually naturally do is I my fill ups. I can join like 2 to 3 different fill ups together. In terms of instead of, okay, let's say I'm going from re sodo, I can play my fill ups from my re. I will leave out the root, which is the saw. That's okay. Re saw do, that's 3, right? So re, which is I'm actually going from my re to do. So the saw now look for alternatives to play instead of playing that note so that it looks like I'm playing a lot of things. You understand? So more, if you, I think as a bass player too, you need to understand chords. It will help you. You know, if you know rootless chords and all of those things, they don't actually play the roots and they play something else. Like you can play your flat five as your do, you know, and a lot of things. Just understand chords and the Coco. I think there's a question for Coco.
And Koko,
How young did you
how long did you
start
start
playing the
drums?
bass?
1998, guys. Nothing.
It said 98. Ah, Coco, you don't old though.
Koko na bros. Koko na bros.
98.
Most of us now when we enter university now we actually begin to
Yes, yes. Yeah.
we start holding this game.
Yes, yes. I think me I started playing the bass since I think secondary school. Secondary school, but I've been
Virginia Casa.
Virginia Casa. Ayo, no mind.
Virginia Casa. Na them start
Ayo, no mind now. Now you name me that.
Dolapo, you have a jam you want to? Let's
I'm
do the
trying.
question.
You know what saying? Come they talk go make her look for music.
Okay. If I have no, give Eddie.
Hey, do your tongue.
Hey,
I don't
no,
try.
bros. For where?
So now, I beg,
Where
I beg,
una
They
dey?
introduce you, don't worry, it's not a problem, man. So this is like this is meeting my friends. I want you guys to meet Eddie Bass, Surge Idiku on Instagram. All right, he's a great bass player, very awesome. You know, I particularly told him I love his hammer-ons and all of that. So let's hear him just vibe and let guys feel it. Eddie Surge, brothers. You guys know. Yes, sir. Yeah, Surge is a bad bassist. He catch you. You have a track you want to listen to? That your is it here?
Okay, it is. It's supposed to be. Ah, but now I'll go play that one.
No, come on, vibe, man. You guys know.
First string, I don't.
So let's search just most of us haven't so this is not about we're not trying to form anything. When I picked up this 4-string bass, to be honest with you guys, I felt like a learner again. Because the thing is, when you get used to the extra big bass string, it becomes you start I used to always mistake my F for my C, sorry, my G for my C and all of that. So I had to start telling myself, okay, you don't have a B string here, so you don't have that middle that, you know, with 5 string there's this middle string and then 2 before and 2 after. But with the 4 you have to work on your mindset about that. So forgive us if our fingers are jumping in and missing all of that. We're still learning. We're still learning, alright. So y'all just forgive us. Alright, so Eddie's gonna play to a track. We're just having fun. Oh. It's an evening of fun. Today's what? Wednesday fun evening. He said, who be this guy? His name is Surge Idiku. Go and follow him on Instagram, alright? Surge. In fact, Dolapo has started something. I'm going to be doing hangouts with friends. His name is Surge Idiku. How do you Surge? Like SURGE. I think dot. Okay, IDI KWU. Alright, so how often is this? I'll try to make it every week. like to join me more often, so that's fine. Semito. All right. From Ghana, thank you guys. Eddie, it's a good one. All right. Okay, it's just a 1 minute stuff. I'm sorry, but the farmers need the rain, so you all have to manage. Well, some people will be like, why is it raining? Others will be like, we need this rain so we can have food to eat and all of that. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Hey, Shay, how you doing? Good to see you. After you, what's up? You've been pretty much offline. You good? The Dolapo will be back to vibe to something. For now, y'all enjoy it. Somebody say God when? God now, like now. Lady Shay, so you abandoned me. Is that what that is? Kingsley, thank you guys.
Bros, come now, come fire around here. Come fire around here. Oh no, if you vibe to this track now. Bros, don't hear this one. Don't hear this.
Eddie has a 1-4, I think a 1-4-5,
Yeah,
like a 1-4-1-5.
Stop.
Thank you very much. When I go fire, I know they carry place where big men do. So there's no one I see. My friend will always say group did guitar. It is as long as you carry the thank you, good luck. So you guys are enjoying that? Yeah, for now I am, but hopefully I can get guys who are willing to join me. Eddie wants to come, but I don't have money to pay him yet. Once I can pay Eddie, I will grab him, I will drive him. This guy right here wants to. Kingsley, you're in Lagos now.
Kingsley drummer.
No, Kingsley Udofia.
Okay.
Whenever you're in Abuja, just let me know. We'll hang out like this. We'll share ideas. A lot of people would love to learn from you. You're a bassist, you have something to teach somebody or some persons. Feel free to let me know when you're in town. Just have a small hangout. Nothing serious. You You come from Thailand. Good to meet you, my Thailand friend. Okay, so for me, this is like also like an avenue to learn. The thing is, I have a lot of people saying they want to learn, and except I fix like maybe like a monthly or something that can gather everybody together. It still has to be like an online thing. The last one I did was good, but I've not really had the chance to set up another one. I'm going to have to do that very soon, and then maybe have a guest come in and also share what they think. But the one-on-one thing is not really easy because imagine like 60 people or 50 people asking you to teach them stuff. It literally has to be a group thing. So we'll work on that and then see how that goes. Wahala for who we know sabi. Everybody can play. It's just capacity. There's nobody that cannot play. Everybody can play. It's just capacity. All right. We like me. I'm nowhere. When you say, I hear a lot of people shout like I'm nowhere yet. But very well I could be some other person's aspirations. But in music, you don't stop learning. You're always learning. Music is a continuous thing. So you guys just stay around. Very soon I'll maybe talk about something that can involve everybody. You're in Lagos, you're in Thailand, you're in Japan. We can just be online together and learn. Make it look easy. God makes it look easy. Okay. So Dolapo is back. Let him come and vibe to something. Eddie, you're enjoying this bass too much. Oh. Now my song will come find you. That guy literally sleeps with this guy. Like he just drops it on the bed.
The
And
tone
sleeps.
is
No,
crazy, man.
and it's a very simple bass. Very normal. Though they don't produce this brand again. SR 300DX. It's an old model, yes. Ibanez. And they don't produce it again. I checked online to see. Alright, so let's go. Dolapo.
I'll see. Make my first song.
Alright, so
My old music where I records. But
we want to learn from you. So let's go.
I'm on my first fine key first.
So you guys enjoy the ministry of Dolapo. Me, I'm here. I'm just going to enjoy the vibe.
Hey.
I'm out here with my senior man, my senior bros.
Hey.
They say Biki will wash hands well, I could do it in
That's it, the bit don't do this one. Alright. Sorry.
Y'all give us a minute to tune the bass. I think I may have to change those specs. They don't weak.
Okay, this one's here, right?
Press hold on. Press and hold on. No? They're pretty weak.
I better tune the bass to normal. I said nah.
They say Koko, they like thick bass.
Yeah. So people ask me why I always tune down. I remember one time Phil Thompson's bassist came. His name is Corey. I'm sure he may come online anytime he sees this. I asked him, guy, why do you guys sound so full and fat? And then he told me outrightly, I tune semitone downwards because we're not much in the band. So I have to be fat. I have to cover my hands. Since then, that didn't leave me. So people like the bassist that plays for Fate City, popular group that does a lot of medleys, he tunes full tone. My bass mode right now is currently tuned full tone. It's not easy. Sometimes when we're doing change of key during our medleys, I used to get lost, but anything you practice on, you get used to it. That's it basically. So let's have Dolapo.
Okay, I think I might need to do this.
Are they done?
Sorry. Koko, please. Okay. Please, so I'm playing four string. Go. Okay. Sorry, I think the music is a bit too loud and okay.
My mind is made up. I won't turn back. Nothing will separate me from your love. When the enemy rises, just like a flood, I'll trust you, Jesus, my solid rock. Now moving, now shaking.
2 years ago.
Oh, na fire, fire. Nobody Guys, ask me questions. This is for Dolapo and Surge. Ask me questions.
Oh man, they even missed on that.
You guys ask him questions, ask him stuff, man. This is don't tell us why he knows how to play bass like this. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes. Let me just do a quick interview with him. And then let me start. What's your Instagram handle?
Dolapo Groovy.
Dolapo Groovy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure you guys just search for Dolapo Groovy. Groovy, GROOVY, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been playing the bass, sir?
I think if not more than, let's say 20 years.
20 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So who's been your biggest inspiration?
My biggest.
For me
inspiration.
personally, Laboriel inspired me.
Yes,
pick up the bass.
I think our sets, we all actually had to listen to a lot of Laborel
Yeah.
because of the
They were
integrity music the other time. So majorly, I think we all played. Where they born you? Whereas now Nigeria they born you.
Someone
Lagos.
is still asking what's your favorite lick and mode.
Okay, I think I use every mode if I'm playing, but there's a way. Well, I don't think we have time for that. Maybe when we have a master class, we can talk about how I use them. I use every, but majorly, I think I love Dorian, I love Michelle Lydian, and I love Lydian. Yeah, and I love Lucrane as well. There's a way I use my Lucrane.
You know, there's a funny way I used to learn those things.
Yes,
Like
sir.
I call it IDP, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, then Locrian, Mixolydian,
Then Aeolian Lucrane.
and Locrian.
Yeah.
That's how I call it IDP Lemar.
Yeah.
Lemar
I used to.
or something.
Someone is asking, does any of you have WhatsApp group?
Well, I don't
No.
have a WhatsApp group.
But we
I
have
don't
a YouTube. We have a YouTube group. Join
So
our
go follow
YouTube. Yes.
Tell them your YouTube handle.
Yeah,
tell them
Dolapo Groovy. Just follow Dolapo
on
Groovy.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Dolapo Groovy on YouTube.
Yeah.
Search Dico. Or Facebook,
Search
Instagram.
Ediku,
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, everything.
So
What church do you play for, sir?
Joshua View in Lagos. Under Joshua View in Lagos. Yeah, under City of David. Yeah.
That's the Redeemed Church.
Yes, yes, sure.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Emmy Jazz, I see you. Bad guy. Bad guy. Emmy Jazz also good.
Shola?
Yes. Fast guy.
Okay, so Dolapo, you did a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Double stops, all those.
Yeah.
Can you just explain how?
Okay.
why you did it?
Early today I was talking about chords. You have to understand chords. Stereo chords, normal major, normal major seventh. So virtually, majorly what I do is when I play my re, it's still the same. If we filado seventh, right? That should be major seven, right? So all I just do is I play this and I come to play the same thing down here. So I actually let go of my root. Yeah, so it's more like a rootless chord. It's of yeah.
Just a re, fi, re and fi.
Yeah, yes.
That's what
That's do and fi.
do and fi rather is what you should do.
Instead of re, it's no re falado. Re falado. So on the normal day we are out of the line. So you just play. So you can have that. Then the same thing for your me. You play the same thing, major. So
Somebody's asking, what's your opinion? Like church or clubs?
bros, choose your music. Choose your music. You don't let any yes. Don't tell anybody. Don't let anybody tell you gospel music or secular music. Music is music. Just like the way you don't have a secular bank, gospel bank. Bank is bank.
That's
You're
right.
good to keep your music. You're playing music. Go to anywhere and play your music. I think I grew up knowing all of these things, saying I have to play church music, not playing club music. So for a long time, I didn't play anything secular. If they call me, I will not go. But I literally understood that music is music. Let me tell you one thing. Just like the way everybody goes to school to read about banking and financing and lawyer and every other thing, some of us too goes to school to learn music. So you can't tell. Yeah, it's a profession. You can't tell. If he high,
That's if you're dancing.
yes. So music is music. I love you too.
Okay, bros, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Now, how do you approach your music, especially during live recordings?
Performance. Oh, recording.
Yes, yes, live recordings.
Recordings, yeah.
Okay.
Because yeah, you know how dicey recordings can be. Yeah. So how do you approach it in order to come out well and still be proud of yourself after?
Okay. Let me say something to you.
Okay.
I think you should play always like you're recording.
Okay.
You don't know who is recording you at that time. Let's say at that point, you're now actually playing solo instead of playing your bass line. It will be it will be it will be scattered. You know. Well, I record for Wale Oni most of the jobs that it brings out. I'm the one who record
So
most
now
of.
you guys know who is here.
Uh,
The guy that plays for Wole Oni.
record most of them.
Bros.
And I remember the first time I went to record for him, he actually saw me playing live, and I went there. So me thinking it was a recording, I started holding back because I don't want to be too busy,
Mm.
you know. And I said, and it was like,
You lost
no,
yourself while
it was
doing
like,
that.
no, play the music, let's feel the music together and all of those things. So I literally learned how to actually know my space in music. You cannot just be playing fills everywhere, especially when you have a guitar player. When there's no guitar player, I play more. When there's a guitar player, I play less. Here you get. Then after a while, he traveled. He relocated to the U.S. and Wale only relocated to the U.S. And he was not sure if I was going to be able to record without him being there. So he said, okay, for a start, Dolapo, take this track and record it. And because I've worked with him before, I know what he wants. Well, let me say this to you guys. Every producer knows what he wants. There are some producers that will tell
That
you,
is target sound.
just play simple.
Yeah.
You understand? But somebody like Wale Oni wants you to enjoy the music, feel the music, play like you're playing live. So I played, and since then he told me, wow, great. At a point he started correcting, but now I know what bros what. Once they send it to me, and believe me, anybody who wants to record for Oleoni, make sure if the song is a groovy song, make sure you play slap. He will collect it, whether it's bad or not. I hope he's not seeing this. Bro, Uncle Wale likes slaps. Once you can, yeah, he likes it. Then he likes percussive bass playing. So even when you are playing a slow song, it still expects you to express yourself. So that's my intake. Then,
So sorry.
yeah.
Does it mean the person you are, the artist or the producer you are playing for,
What
actually determines
Your
your
approach
approach
to
to
the
the
song.
song?
Yes, if you have a good producer, if you are working with a good producer, what they literally do is they play the bass
Yeah,
first.
they give you reference.
They give you a guide.
Reference. God bless
Yeah.
you. That's true.
But anybody, that's why when you send a song to me and tell me to play, I cannot just start playing. Especially there are some hooks that you need to know what notes. Because majorly keyboard player likes to play rootless chords. So you need to know what notes. So they have to actually give you guide. Except if the person wants you to impute your own baseline. I have friends like that all they will just tell you, Dolapo, no worry, just play the song. He play and where, he no play and where, he don't finish.
Enjoy.
So those kind of one, even when they play things, I will just look for, because I play a little of the keyboard. So when I hear the chord, I just actually choose any of the notes that goes along with the chords that I've played, and just to make it balance, and so that's it. Well, who mentored us? Well, I don't know, but for
God
me,
mentored everybody.
yes, okay, yeah. I Nobody mentored me. I had a friend that, not a friend, more like the people we were looking up to teach, and he said I should bring 80,000 naira. Then I wasn't even collecting any money because for a long time I didn't believe in money. I was just driven by the passion for the bass. I think that's what most of this new errand bass player doesn't have, the passion.
Yeah.
They just want to make money.
Yeah.
So the little thing you are out there, you want to play gig. Some will even call me, bros, I beg, I define band, though. And I will be like, you sabi play bass. So that's the most important. So I I went to meet him and he said 80,000. I don't have 80,000. So initially, what I did was I don't use. I'm not a fan of materials. You know, I believe like if I want to study Koko, all I actually just need to do is, if he can't teach me, I will just listen to all he plays. Listen more. Yes, listen. Now let me tell you one thing that you need to know. One thing that can help you guys. Um, Music is like a language. Just for instance, I stay in Lagos. I'm from Ondo State, and my mom is from Delta. Literally, I don't understand anything Delta because they never speak it to me, you know. And I could understand Ondo State because my grandma. Well, I grew up with my grandma and my parents, so she communicates with others with Ondo. So I could literally understand. And why? Because it was going into my ears and my brain was, you know, yes, accepting whatever was coming. Now the same thing happens to music. Eh? Whatever you listen to is what builds your mind.
Yeah.
If you are passing, let me tell you the power of the mind. If you are passing and you start hearing a negative word on the road, believe me, 4 hours after that time, the thing will start playing in your brain. We are not thinking about it, but it will just come back. Like even when you are going, when you hear, this Muslim, they have all this kind of the way they make their this thing. When after a while, the things start come. So the same way, music, the kind of music you listen to is what influences you. Growing up, you listen to Akpala music, you will not enjoy any other music apart from Akpala. So if you accept that you have somebody to actually help you out with. Why do you think that sometimes you just hear somebody and you say, it's sounding like Koko, or it's sounding like Surge? Yes, it's because he has listened. Yeah. I started listening to Frank, yes, and I discovered that some of the things that he does just want to come, and sometimes I'll just, that's another baby. Yes,
Yeah.
the slows. It does a lot of slows,
Yeah.
and so the thing is, this our brain is very powerful. The mind. You listen to good music if you want to be better, like Coco. Listen to Coco. Or if you listen to him, if you don't understand anything he has done, reach out to him and tell him, boss, what did you
He
do
might,
here?
he might answer you in 3 weeks' time, but
Uh,
just be patient. Just be patient till you get the answer. You guys, the WhatsApp message there, hitting me.
So it's not deliberate.
Shout out to Coco,
Sometimes I used to just put
Coco
one
Bees,
whole like
and
3 hours
everyone.
to answer message.
So, bros,
Bros.
how do you, with regards to people who want to learn and have good upbringing in music, how do you compare the music now that is now with the ones that was then?
You know,
Which
yes.
which do you recommend for people to listen to in order to have very solid foundation?
Last, I think that was 3 weeks ago. Coco. Last 3 weeks I was. I think was it last 3 weeks or 4 weeks? I went to Delta with Timaya with D plus. And in the in the car, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, say hi. Okay. Okay, so I was going to I went to Warri with Timaya, and I was in the bus with D plus. And we started hearing integrity music, and we discovered that the music nowadays doesn't have anything, doesn't doesn't have any hook, doesn't have, except for some people who still play good music. She get everything has gone hip hop. Everybody. Then I remember the Baptist church I was going to, Shepherd the Baptist Church, Obanikoro. We did the whole of yes, John Picky, Skywalker, Sovereign. We don't have all of those things. Sovereign, lift him up. That lift him up album, we did everything. So to be a good bassist, if you play those kind of music, my brother, you will be good. Yes, you understand music. You understand your role as a bass player. Where I'm to play, because actually they play to scripts. They read. I grew up in the Baptist church, although my foundation was White Garment Church, but I left because of the music. I knew what I wanted, and yes, I read music. This August, I think third week, I went to Bowen University to teach music, and we had orchestra. I've forgotten that I know how to read music. Anything you leave will leave you. Let me tell you that. I left it for a long time, but when I saw it, I just went through it and I went through it. The first piece gave me issues, and after I finished, since I laid my hand on the first one, the second, third piece was so easy for me. I just immediately they brought it. Immediately I started playing. The second one too, I started playing. So, please, if you read music, don't let go. It's very, very important. They said if you want to hide something from Nigerians or Africans, you put it in writing. It's true, because most of us we just want to play. Yeah, play it. But seriously, what I'm happy about Nigerians? We are really moving very fast, very fast. And this is the reason why I love Koko. Believe me, I remember. Is anybody asking any question? I remember the first time I met Coco at Koza. We went to play with Efe, and David Dibani was like, "Man, they play like white." With the slap. I was like, ah. Actually, let me tell you one thing. Coco made me go back to slap. I don't lie, you. Coco made me go back to slap. I was like, what? What? I had to pick on my bass and say yes. I did rehearse. I don't rehearse again because I think I need more rehearsals, but we need money too. I won't lie to you. We need yes. But see, why you have the time to rehearse now, rehearse, because there will be a time when you won't have that time. You will not. You want to carry you'll be looking at the bass like this. You won't carry it. And at a point when I was rehearsing, I think I used to have a 12 to 6 rehearsal overnight for 2 years. You know, I'd never miss it. Even on Sunday, I would be sleeping in church. And yes, now, well, all this our generation, new generation, they will just want to just carry. And thank God, I have a younger brother who plays very well. So he's on my neck like this. So as I see him play, I just say, eh? So what I actually naturally do is, while I perform, I rehearse. Things I don't know how to do, maybe that gives me challenge, I try to do them and it comes. So constantly trying to do them from Brazil. Nice to have you.
Hello, you guys could just ask questions. Ask
Ask
questions to
questions if
Koko.
you need to understand some few things.
Long dollar for questions
I
again.
beg
Today,
God.
today
You,
like you cut it.
if I know if you answer the question, you can't answer. I mean, more. So back to our discussion, please. Rehearsal is very important. Getting used to your board because majorly that's always majorly most of us don't we don't. Yes, you have to know the board. You just have to know that the same thing you have here is what start from here. You know. Yes, yes. You know. And there are different ways. Very soon I'm going to come out with 7 ways of playing your major scale.
Yes, sir.
7 ways.
I just want to ask you to
You know.
show them
You know.
because it's important you know those.
Yes, 7 ways. There is this.
Okay, somebody say for someone who doesn't understand basics, is it too late?
No, no, no. It's not too late. It's not too late.
That's
Before
you're
I
already
understand.
playing. You're already a player.
Yes, now I was like that.
God bless you.
I was like that. We started, we were playing. We didn't know what we were playing. In short, I remember those days when I was with my friends. We used to rehearse overnight, and I would just be playing anything. I play. Or in short, Coco. The only fill up where I get that time now. I need to apart from that, but God gave me the grace to know how to actually put them. I won't play for long. But when I play that Soladori, you will feel it. And I will not play anything again. You know, so for long, we all discover ourselves on the journey. Not that. So it's never too late.
So someone is asking, do you think the best way to improve is learning stroke transcribing songs?
Learning stroke.
Transcribing
Yes,
songs.
yes. Let me tell you, part of my routine for my rehearsal those days when I used to have overnight rehearsal, I will. Okay, for the first 2 hours, I'm listening to the music I want to score. I have two particular music I will score for that night. You know, and I remember those days I was always very upgraded. Um, Sonny Wiki, that's Mastercraft of now, used to talk to Kevin Bond. So any new music coming in, before it comes out, we have already gotten it. So we'll start practicing, rehearsing it, and all of those things. So every night, I have 2 songs to rehearse. So what I do first is the fact that I I listen first for it to become part of me. Then the next thing I'm doing is to write. I'll write it out. Everything. Even if they cough, if the bass cough, I will try and look for it. I will slow down. There's this slow down, this and that of my VLC, yeah. I'll slow it down to know. I'll look for the note. Yes.
Yeah.
Then I'll write everything down. Then after doing that for like an hour and a half, then I will now actually play along with whatever I've scored out. And do you know that with time, I discovered that even when I'm playing other music, those things I've scored out, I play them. And I don't know. I'll just, I play this thing inside this music. There's this song. Donny McCockney. Do you give up the da 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 da? I want to try and remember the song. Yeah, but I know I played that word for word for long. Then before I now started adding my own feels, you know. So it's not bad for you to score out whatever you want to play. No, when you score them out, believe me, with time you start. It will become part of you, and before you know it, how do you learn skills? You write it out now, or probably you hear it from Koko teaching you people. you now start practicing. That's the same way. So when you score out, before you know, it will become part of you, so you can actually easily play along.
Someone is asking a question, but the guy is from Brazil,
Okay.
so he's not speaking English.
The reference.
Oh, I think there's a way we can use.
What do you need? As another question, what do you need to focus on in order to have the most progress in my playing?
Ah,
Oh, they are going to turn off the power.
yeah,
We'll have to continue another time.
another time. Yeah,
I'm
you
so
know.
sorry, guys. Just keep your questions in my DM. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Dolapo gets back to me. Tomorrow is for eating food.
Yeah.
When he gets
So
back.